Let me say a couple of things first. One, there's been a great couple of days. Allen Iverson gets nominated for the Hall of Fame, which is something amazing to me. I got to speak to him, which is unbelievable. Two, president comes in before the game, and these kids, I think they were excited about playing, but after what he said to them, I think really made a difference about how much he enjoys watching our kids play, because they play the right way, they care. I don't want to get him in trouble, but he said he loves sports and he's seen them all, but he likes coming here. So that made me feel good. And then third, I listen to a lot of TV, and you always hear about all these Player of the Year guys and most valuable players. And it was neat watching Nick tonight, in this kind of environment, being on TV, because just look back on his career, and all the guys, but what he did tonight in this kind of environment, makes you feel pretty darn good, because he's come a long way. All right. Thank you.
On the one hand, it's not a conference game, but on the other hand, as you've said all week, Gonzaga is a nationally recognized marquee program. How would you describe the significance of this win, or how big this is for your program?
Well, one, what a class program. You see what those kids did after the game? They all huddled up, and then they acknowledged the crowd like they do in soccer. I thought that was unbelievable. We went up there, and to see their crowd and the support and what they've done, seeing those banners. So this, to me, was every bit as important as any league game we played, because we're not going to the tournament, but this helps our league. You have a signature win against a really good program. I keep reading this stuff, they're talking about certain teams, 4th seed, 5th seed. I remember us, we won our conference in the tournament, we were a 6th seed. So I look at, Connecticut winning at Texas, Cincinnati winning at VCU, us beating Gonzaga. So from my perspective, I want us to help our league, and we needed this for our team, because obviously we've been down a little bit.
You had 34 points in the paint. What was your game plan for attacking inside?
Oh, I thought we'd get 34. No, our big thing, I didn't worry much. I wanted us to understand, and I had a hard time in the first half, that we couldn't play a high possession game against them. They just came off a 90-something point game. So I thought that, we had to control the defense with our offense and take great shots. And usually if you move the ball, you're going to get it inside. And then we did an unbelievable job defensively. I know this wasn't a typical game for Wilsh, but 2 for 17 on 20-some point score, one of the best big man stretch fours in the country. But we did a great job. I think they shot 32 threes. That's the way we used to play. And I saw Ryan and Cannon, and they were talking about, Ryan said, well, Shaq wouldn't get 21 on me. The reality is we played them twice. They got 7 two-point field goals and 9. In our game here, they got 25. But I think that was how we would guard them. Tonight we played like, we hope to play every night. And I think as a result, you're going to get easy baskets.
All right, you mentioned Wiltshire. He came in averaging almost 22. What was the key to holding him to 4 points?
Well, he had that one sequence, he missed 3 in a row. I think that kind of affected him a little bit. But we generally, great ball faking. We try to stay down on him, make him shoot with a hand up. But that's not a typical game for him. But I thought Marcus, and Ben did a great job, guarding him. And then the other people did a good enough job where we didn't have to give help, which I think was important. Obviously, Sabonis is great. You know, they do a lot of good things to get him the ball in spots that it's hard to help. But if you put them together, they generally score 40-some points a game. And I think we did a good job on both.
Now, how important was it to capitalize with 11 second chance points on those 10 offensive rebounds?
Early in the game, we got hurt on the board. You know, long rebounds, they were back tipping. But if you take a good shot, you usually have a good chance to rebound. And I think the second half, you know, we took great shots. And I think that gives you a chance to offensive rebound. And obviously, we outscored them on turnovers. We outscored them on breaks. We outscored them in the paint. We outscored them in second shots. And that hasn't been happening on a consistent basis here. We got out-rebounded by 2, but we were getting out-rebounded early.
Larry, do you think your guys viewed this as their tournament game?
I don't know, but every game is so big for us. You know, Nick commented to me, I don't ever want anybody to ever lose 2 games in a row here, you know, in this building. But we didn't storm the court, so you know our program's getting better. And I asked Herman, I wasn't here for the Michigan game. Everybody, you know, was so complimentary about our crowd. I don't ever remember the crowd being better than tonight. From I might be wrong. You know, I know Cincinnati and Connecticut games like that, but this crowd is incredible.
What makes Nick special, and what has he done to raise his game this season, you think?
Well, he got a huge heart.
Yeah.
You know, he can make shots. He got a high IQ. I always think, you know, you can't make a kid play hard or make a kid want to compete. That's just something that comes inside. I think we get caught up in recruiting and looking at kids with, you know, a lot of skill, but I think you can't put enough, you know, stock in, you know, the makeup of a kid. And he kind of exemplifies everything that I think you want to be around. He's tough, he cares, you know, and he's simply a winner.
One or two more.
Ben Moore had, at least offensively, one of his better games recently, but not just 16 points, he was efficient, 7 of 10 from the floor. What did he do better tonight?
Oh, this is like he was playing early in the year. He did everything. You know, he drove to the goal, he hit a couple of jump shots without even thinking about it. Made some real big free throws. His IQ is so good, but I think with him it's confidence. You know, he's had games where 5 games in a row he had either 4 or 5 fouls. And every one of those fouls affected the way he played. I don't think tonight he let anything affect him. You know, he played first 15, 18 games. He was as good as anybody, and I'm hopeful that this is a good sign.
Did you see this coming in practice during the week?
I wasn't nice. Well, I'm never really nice. I wasn't too nice to a few of our guys. I wasn't real happy with how we practiced, how we competed. So, kind of told them, because you know, I think your job is to be real and honest. And the best part is see how they responded. Pretty neat.